What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, the Hot Commodity Ant and we are covering AEW Dynamite 200 from August 2nd, 2023. Elite Wrestling celebrating its 200th episode live here. And let's dive right into the action. We have tag team action to start the night. Chris Jericho and Kensuke Takeshita taking on Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia. Don Callis has been trying to recruit Chris Jericho to join his family. This is a decent tag match between both teams. However, the ending came after Daniel Garcia applies Dragon Slayer Jericho, but Don Callis hits Garcia with a bat. Jericho looks at Callis and says, fuck, and Jericho pins Daniel Garcia to get the win for his team. It looks like Jericho is going to be joining forces with the Callis family. Who knows what's going to happen? Matt Menard then tells Jericho that next week the JSA will have a mandatory meeting. We then have FTW champion Jack Perry coming out. Jack Perry says, Jerry, I gave you a week to get ready. Get out here and get your ass kicked like a man. Jerry Lynn then comes out and Jerry says, if I wanted to make an example of you, it would be child abuse. A doctor won't clear me to get in the ring, but I called a friend of mine who wrestled in ECW and still wrestles today. That's when Mr. Monday Night Rob Van Dam comes out, and Rob Van Dam gets face to face with Perry. Perry leaves the ring. Perry tries to hit Rob Van Dam with a chair, but RVD goes for a Van Terminator, but Jack Perry runs out of the ring. Rob Van Dam is a huge, huge legend, a Hall of Famer in WWE, and I'm excited to see him in the ring next week against Jack Perry for the FTW Championship. We next have our triple threat anything goes match, and we see Trent getting the win over Penta and Jon Moxley in this all-out brawl between these three men. Moxley hits the paradigm shift to Penta on thumbtacks, but Trent knees Jon Moxley and nails Penta for a 3 count. After the match, Moxley applies a sleeper on Trent as Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli come out. Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor run down and attack. Trent dives onto everyone on the floor. Chuck Taylor hits Claudio with a chair, and Orange Cassidy nails an orange punch to Jon Moxley. Chuck says, how about at Rampage? Let's finish this in the parking lot brawl. So we're going to get a parking lot match on Rampage this Friday. Next, we have the AEW World Champion MJF coming out. MJF says, bear with me, I have ADD. I cannot regulate rejection, emotion, behaviors. If I want to protect myself, I had to stab people in the back before it happened to me. I ended up becoming a scumbag. Making you hate me is easy. Being open is hard. I knew if I opened myself up, you would hate me. I'm not scary anymore. That is because of each and every one of you. I am ready to be your scumbag. I would like to introduce you to my best friend, Adam Cole. Adam Cole comes out, and Cole says, you continue to impress me. You are becoming the man you are supposed to be. Deep down in your heart, it is a good guy. We are all proud of you. MJF says, I made you a promise that I'd give you a shot at the AEW Championship. You don't deserve a match. You don't deserve any match. You deserve the match. And from the most historic crowd in the history of our sport, MJF, Adam Cole, Wembley Stadium, All In. I want to make history with you. Sign it. Adam Cole signs the contract. MJF says, I love you, man. They hug. Adam Cole hugs MJF and then makes a fist, almost like he's going to stab MJF in the back. And MJF isn't unaware. Roderick Strong is backstage and he's pissed. And Matt Tavern and Mike Bennett say Adam Cole doesn't keep his friends. We then see the Elite defeat the team of Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, and Satham Singh after V-trigger by Kenny Omega. Afterwards, we see Swerve Strickland and AR Fox go to Nick Wayne's gym. AR and Swerve attack Nick, and Swerve breaks a glass photo of Nick Wayne and his dad over Nick's head. They make Nick fall Darby Allin, and they show Darby the brutality that they assaulted on Nick Wayne. Next, we have the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions Aussie Open defeating Commander and El Vikingo after Aussie landed their finisher. That was a great match. And then our main event, the AEW Women's Championship on the line. The champion Toni Storm defending against Hikaru Shida. Shida ended up getting the victory after rolling up Toni Storm after Toni nails the Storm Zero, and that's still not enough. Shida gets the roll of victory, and Hikaru Shida is your new AEW Women's Championship. This night was filled with a lot of action, getting us excited for AEW 200. Next week, there's going to be even more action. Thank you guys for tuning in for this episode. Stay safe and stay uncensored.